Hey, Treasure History. Today's essential question is what happened during the Persian Wars? First, let's review. What was the agricultural revolution? Good. Even if you got that wrong, write the correct answer on your paper and feel confident that you'll get it right on the benchmark. Second one, what was slash and burn farming? Good. Make sure you answer the review questions completely on your paper. Today we're going to talk about the wars between Greece and Persia. Last week, we learned about how strong of an army Sparta had and how they also banded together with Athens to keep their independence. Let's learn more about that. As we do, I want you to circle key vocab, underline details, and answer the questions quickly and correctly. Make sure you go back to the passage when you need help finding an answer. The Persian Empire was the largest and most powerful empire in the whole world at the time of the Persian Wars. The Persians controlled land all the way from Egypt in the west to India in the east. Answer question 1 on your paper. Where was the Persian Empire located? The Ionians were Greeks that lived along the coast of Turkey. They lived in this little black circle area. So as you can see, they were just across the sea from the mainland of Greece. The Persians conquered the Ionians in order to gain control of the wealth that Greece had accumulated by controlling the Mediterranean sea trade. When the Ionians decided to rebel against the Persians, they asked Athens and other Greek cities for help. The other Greek cities sent ships and weapons, but they were quickly defeated. The Persians did not like this one bit. They decided to conquer the whole rest of Greek cities so that they could keep them under control. The Greek city-states of Athens and Sparta, they usually were enemies, but in this case, they banded together as allies to fight against the Persians and keep their independence. Why did Persia attack the Greek city-state of Ionia? And why did Athens and Sparta band together? Darius I, who was the king of Persia, that's him in this picture, he gathered a vast army of soldiers that outnumbered any army the Greeks could muster. They boarded the Persian fleet means warships, and they headed to Greece. The Persian fleet landed on the Bay of Marathon, about 25 miles away from the city of Athens. The Persians had a lot more soldiers, but they underestimated the fighting capability of the Greeks. This is where they fought. The army of Athens destroyed the Persian army, killing around 6,000 Persians and only losing 192 Greeks. Which side won the Battle of Marathon? Good. I know that the Greeks won because they killed, as you see in the paragraph, 6,000 Persians, but only lost 192 soldiers themselves. Make sure you underline that evidence in the passage. Have you ever heard of someone running a marathon? Legend has it that after the battle, the Athenian army ran the 26 miles back to Athens in order to prevent the Persians from attacking the city of Athens. This is the origin of the marathon running race. 10 years later, in 480 BC, the son of Darius I, King Xerxes, who you see in this carving, decided to get his revenge on the Greeks for their humiliation of his father. By the way, this is King Xerxes in the movie 300. As you can see, he looks a little different than he did back then. King Xerxes amassed a huge army of over 200,000 Persian soldiers and 1,000 Persian warships. This was a strong naval force. The Greeks put together only a small force, led by the Spartan king Leonidas, who you see here, and 300 Spartans. They decided to meet the Persians at a narrow pass in the mountains called Thermopylae. Remember, mountains protect us from enemies, so that's why they went to the mountains. The Greeks held off the Persians, killing thousands, until the Persians found a way around the mountains and they got behind the Greeks. King Leonidas told most of his troops to flee, but he stayed behind with a small force, including his 300 Spartans, in order to allow the rest of the Greek army to escape. The Spartans fought to the death, killing as many Persians as they could. That's the famous Battle of 300. Describe the Battle of Thermopylae with 3 details. All right, last section, the Battle of Salamis. This is the last battle of the Persian Wars. The Persian army continued to march on Greece. thinking that they would be successful. But when they arrived in the city of Athens, they found it deserted. The people of Athens had fled. The Athenian fleet, however, so their warships, were waiting off the coast by the island of Salamis. The much larger Persian fleet attacked the small Athenian naval forces. They were sure of victory. However, the Athenian ships, called triremes, were fast and maneuverable. They rammed into the sides of the Persian ships and they sunk them. They soundly defeated the Persians, causing Xerxes to retreat back to Persia. So, Greeks won, Persia none. Describe the Battle of Salamis. Include 3 details. All right, now you know all about the battles between Greece and Persia, and you know that Greece came out the champions partly because of Sparta's cooperation with Athens. Go back to your playlist to see a short clip from the movie 300.